Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So, this week we just have our usual week of normal shenanigans that happens. Either people steamroll my team, or they get memed. But it's increasingly becoming the former scenario where I get steamrolled because, well, people get extra stats from having their level 4 fort. And it's going to get worse later on because I'm going to be rushing level 5 offensive fort. Because realistically speaking, if you're trying to climb up to say like tier 21, if you max out your blessings, you can go the whole season with minus 80 every match and still get in. Because science. So, memeing by living by one, not that it actually matters, but Lil not able to do much. It's pretty repetitive. Faye able to live by a little bit, so Sheeta gets chipped down quite a bit. But as you see here, they're just gonna dance with air, and I don't know if it was relevant, I don't think it was, but easy, clean sweep for them at this point. I'm definitely thinking about removing Veronica from my team, because I don't know though, because on one hand she's able to pick up kills against noobs, pretty much. I didn't show the team. It's all completely unmerged, so Guardbow Jacob looking alright. Minus defense is a little oof, but what are you gonna do about it? Just wail and get another merge, Kappa. The recurring theme is Veronica either is able to pick up kills on super frail units because they don't predict the AI, like Veronica moving first and then getting danced by Azura, so she has a massive range. Really doesn't matter most of the time because usually she doesn't have enough speed or damage output to one-run KO a lot of units, especially now that the fort advantage is coming around. So I'm definitely thinking about replacing her. Not entirely sure who yet. Just kind of thinking maybe Kaden. Kind of suspicious though. Not gonna lie. The reason why I'm thinking about Kaden is because he has the built-in cav ability for beast units, where if they initiate, then the enemy gets inflicted with -4 attack and defense, and the enemy cannot make a follow-up attack. So conceptually, I would think maybe I could use like lunge or something, and then if he lives, which is also questionable because mine is minus HP, 10 out of 10, then maybe I could use like lunge, heavy blade, gale force. I don't know. If you were able to double as well, there's too many variables for it to work well, to be honest. I hope I didn't skip one. I'm pretty sure I didn't. This is the third replay on video, right? That's what happens when you commentate and you're not paying attention. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. And for like Kaden's actual buffing potential, it's pretty low considering people run Panic Ploy or Versa crit ton, so. And he has to be away from every ally that's not a beast or dragon, so having him actually transform is a problem, while maintaining a scary threat range for the whole team. So the whole thing's just straight up questionable. Probably won't do it. I already just inherited stuff like drag back on him, in case in the future I end up figuring out a way to do it pretty consistently. But yeah, Veronica's definitely not doing too much at this point. Most of the time she's more likely to like debuff, so haha. Not the greatest. Yeah, it's a pretty easy sweep. Wasn't able to double. Not entirely sure. I think she got debuffed by Veronica or something. Not sure, but she wasn't able to double, which just feels bad, man. Otherwise, we would have picked up that kill. I think we would. He's not running Miracle. Yeah, not running Miracle, so could have been a kill, but it wasn't, which is always the case, especially when people have forward advantage. The big thing with forward advantage is not the only thing that matters, really, for me, is the speed they get, because how do I get an extra 4 speed on my units to maintain the speed tiering? You don't. You just can't stack enough buffs if you're already stacking a crud ton of buffs. Like, Nino's already decently fast in formation, but when they get an extra 4 speed for free, it's like, pretty easy double there. So, I don't know. Definitely like Legendary Lucina, although 9 out of 10 times people are just gonna like bait with a green unit or a decent blue unit, and they'll just wall Lucina so the future vision play doesn't actually do anything. And even if it's a red unit, like say take this Black Knight for example, it's pretty clear that Lucina cannot do that much damage. Black Knight just doing his thing. Unfortunately here, Lucina goes after Fjorm because, well, she has the most HP, and so they're able to pick up some kills here, but theoretically they may not have been able to if Lucina annihilated Olivia instead. A little unfortunate, but I mean, my defense is really bad. It's just bad. I don't know how up until this point how people have been that bad enough to lose so many units, or straight up completely lose with plus 10 units. Like, I can understand if you have unmerged units and you're just already at a theoretical... Oh, I just got another match here. I can understand if you're like at a theoretically bad standpoint where you have no merges or extremely low merges and you don't have forward advantage or anything, where I can see how you could potentially have problems with my team. But if you have plus 10 units and it's a decent team with some tanks and nukers and stuff, how do you completely lose your match? Like, hello? I don't know. Definitely strange. I also want to... if I was actually tryharding what I would have done with my Aether Stones, because as you see, a lot of people have level 3 escape ladder, which is, I don't know, 800 stones. So, for me, I spent a lot of stones upgrading the meme heavy trap, so I have maxed out heavy trap, which is 99 out of 100 matches. Completely useless. It's just not good enough because it only has 2 range. So, like an infantry unit, you could just like throw a unit to step on the trap, and then you can have a unit 3 spaces away. You can repo them out or something. Like, it's not hard to get out of, unless it's a really tight space. Then maybe, but I mean, it's just not good. So if I should be investing in like Panic Manor, leveling up Panic Manor, and or maybe like Tactics Room. Although I don't know about Tactics Room. It definitely is annoying when it hits your units, but with the ability of people to stack up HP with like blessings or summoner support or merges or any of that stuff, it's kinda suspicious to do so, and like half the time it doesn't even matter if they're affected by Tactics Room. So I don't know, I think I might prioritize Panic Manor, because then if I like max out Panic Manor and put it in a space where it's hard to take out, then people will have a harder time baiting, I guess, maybe because they can't buff their stats up. I don't know, it's definitely suspicious for sure. Here we just get a little dirt fest, nothing too special. You're gonna take out Veronica with Tiki, which is kinda interesting because I don't know about you, but Tiki versus Nino is never a good matchup. And we're just going to take out that guy as well. And unfortunately, we can't get a future vision meme because my slot order is set up a little differently. They do a little tag team, so they're going to be able to do some things. Here, she just barely able to miss the kill, but I mean, Lilna doing a bit. Unfortunately, Roy's going to live here, and he's going to be able to take out Sheeta, I believe, because Sheeta has no attack when you're running plus speed. Kinda feels bad, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's kind of why towards the end of this week I built a new defense, and it's definitely creative, no lie. It's just more AI meme shenanigans that work only on people who don't know what's going on. So I am not expecting good things from it, but it is on Abandoned Castle, which is probably the best map in the game right now in Ether Raids, because you can completely block off an entire part of the map by just placing your fortress in a spot. Like, I don't know, is it really that fair? Also definitely considering doing something else on Abandoned Castle. It's just kind of a prototype, even though it's kind of a bad idea to switch because I'm about to be trying to get into tier 21, so changing my defense up when I can't afford to lose that much lift on defense is suspicious, to say the least. Here at this point, I mean, I'm not sure what I guess they were trying to break the amphorays, so Azura would get murdered. But unfortunately, the heavy traps reels, so they are not able to do that. But they still come out with decent results, so not a big deal. Unless they're going super try-hard tier 21, then maybe it's a big deal. But I mean, this is a 3+1 fort, so it's one of those rare scenarios where kinda an equal standing. But you can see here we have a DC Vantage Reinhardt, so you know it's not going to be a good day if they use him properly. And Duma just doing his thing, sitting in the back, because that's pretty much all he can do in this matchup. And so they're just getting ready to bait. Good play by them, leaving the structures they don't need to break unbroken, because then they don't have to risk dying to the memes of one of my units breaking the breakable block. And so the shove from Duma is going to be pretty useful there. We're just going to get the classic meme rally into more rallies into nothing really happens. Here they just smartly bait again. And again, not breaking that flower bed there is really important. Unfortunately, Deirdre cannot tank both hits, so rip. But you can see there, it's pretty important that they didn't break that flower bed. So if I were to change the defense, I would definitely remove that if I went back to this defense. Unfortunately, Nino is short by 1 damage. Unfortunate. Lilna is short by 2. If I had plus 10 merge, that wouldn't have happened, but I don't summon red, so haha. So at this point, they can just go ahead and take out Legendary Lucino with Duma and win the match with only a loss, which is pretty good. And I mean, you can already look at the team, and it's probably pretty obvious what's going to happen here. Just your good old Brave Bow. I do not have enough meme fest to face tank that much attack. I don't think. I forget what the threshold is. It's a pretty high threshold for memes, but Nino's a monster. Definitely hurts though when there's a Versa, because then she gets hit by -3 to her defense, which is pretty relevant. Here the smite from a Versa, letting them set up a little faster. Smite's definitely pretty useful in certain situations. And here they kind of just wait. And I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. They have a Versa up here for some reason. Guess they wanted to test the heavy trap, I guess. So here they just go ahead and take out Azura. Unfortunately, Legendary Lucina is not going to go to town on a Versa. It's a little unfortunate. It's because of the way I have my slot order. So Lilna would, and you know, short damage again by a little bit. Unfortunate, but again, that's me in a nutshell. It's always by a tiny margin if it's not a big margin. And again, the flower bed coming back to stab. So these people at least know what they're doing to an extent. I don't know if they damage calc the Versa living, but I mean, ignoring even if they didn't, still decent play. And with their Dancer spam, able to pick up the win pretty easily, but they don't grab both ether structures. Which, if you're not climbing, it's not necessary. So here we go, transitioning into the new defense. This was a quick prototype setup. I just kind of threw it together, and then because I had to go do something else. So it didn't change. The final product didn't change much, but you can see here we're running double rally attack with attack tactic for some specific targeting memes, but I mean, it's not gonna do much. Let's be real. Here Nino is just going to not rally because Dirt Fest. But we got Lilna here trying to do something, not able to do anything. Future Vision not coming in handy because it's a green unit, so well, derp. Here they trigger the bolt trap, which is kind of cool, I guess, but not really. Sheeta's here, going to not be able to initiate because of aerobatics from Legendary Azura. Derp Fest galore. And they break the healing towers, so it's not likely for Sheeta to live, but she does because I have enough merges on her, so we are able to pick up one kill. This kind of setup makes it a lot harder to grab the ether structures, which is why Abandon's Castle is really annoying. People can make setups where it's almost impossible to get the ether structures. But here, as you can see, Veronica's not able to pick up any kills or doubles. So that's definitely why I'm considering not using Veronica. But she has close guard, and of course there's those matchups where Leaf Scalp is useful, but not in that case. He would go into another team and bring a Surtur. Pretty daring of them to bring a Surtur, I guess. I don't know. It's a pretty decent team. Distant counter Surtur is definitely suspicious with Wary Fighter. He doesn't have much kill potential with that kind of set, so I'm a little suspicious. Here Nino's just gonna get murdered. So this is like the problem of my initial setup, that this would happen a lot, this kind of scenario. I was testing it myself afterwards, because again, this was a quick prototype, so I just kind of threw it together. Not the greatest idea. Maybe I should run like pass or something. I don't know. Get the repo from Shido, which is useful. Keeps them away. And they smartly go ahead and do that, but then they swap in the Surtur, which is questionable. I don't know why you would want to tank Shido with Surtur, but be my guest. Especially with Axe Breaker. Definitely not sure why you would do that. Here they smartly wait. Good move by them. So they can wait for a better position to snipe. But of course, you can see they didn't touch the ether structures at all. Here we're gonna get into another team here. It's pretty decent. I mean, I don't know what this is still. I got a lot of matches after I initially built my prototype. So this is another thing people could do. But this person does it absolutely horrendously. They just leave air there. Sure. I guess you can do that. Sure. Nino barely able to pick up the kill there, but she's just gonna terrorize, do her thing. And they're gonna step on the... I don't know. It's just really questionable play by this person. Nino's not quite able to pick up the kill, but now she is, and I mean, at this point, you think I have a pretty good chance to win, but unfortunately, Duma's gonna be able to put in a lot of work here. So Duma's able to kill there. Oh wait, never mind. This is the loss because they surrender. There we go. I was thinking of another match, sorry. So we are able to pick up a win there because of their absolutely horrendous play. I'm not sure what they were trying to accomplish there. There was no rush to attack turn 1. I don't know what it is with people, but here we have the Noe and Faye combo. Ether Raids in a nutshell for free-to-play players, Kappa. So here they start off with, this is one weakness of the new setup. As you can see, I've tweaked a few things. Now this is a clear weakness of the new setup. You can just test the trap and back off. And if you have methods of healing, yeah, it's not good. So here they bait with Faye, which is interesting. And here we get our meme rally trap here. So Nino's not able to double, unfortunately, because of drive speed and ally support giving her 46 speed. Unfortunate, or 40 something, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Lilna's not able to live a hit, and Legendary Student not doing much. So, yeah, maybe if I was a bit luckier, I guess maybe would have been able to kill, but not likely. We get the meme rally again to buff up Nino Blade Tone, but she can't live Faye, so, and Cheetah doesn't have any attacks, so derp. So it's kind of like at this point you're probably able to pick up the ether structures, but the thing with this team is that they have methods of countering range units for all their units, so it's a little suspicious. But I mean, here the thing is, Azura cannot one run KO, so that's good for them. They're able to pick up the other ether structure and pick up the last kill, so good for them. But of course they had a massive stat advantage against me. Unfortunate. And we have another 4+1. So this was pretty recent, so I haven't seen this yet. A pretty offensively based team. I wonder what possibly went wrong. Okay. Go ahead and I guess. I need to figure out how to get Nino to actually rally. Because she's not rallying when I want her to, unfortunately. Unfortunately, future vision not coming into play there. And they're probably just going to pick up a lot of kills here. That would make sense to me. So what went wrong here? Did Azura kill her or something? Oh, I guess not, but she lived. Okay. And they got jebaited by the bolt trap. Okay. And, okay, I can see where this went wrong. Okay. Not the greatest play, for sure. Kinda surprised they didn't try the heavy trap. I guess they were too spooked of it being real. So, yeah. I'm probably gonna be changing this again, but there's a lot of weaknesses to this setup right now. For one, someone could just break the snowman and like break the flyer school or something and bait Nino. Because Nino does not want to rally for some reason, even though she does 0 damage. I guess I have to like, I don't know, I think it might have to do something with eligibility, the rules for eligibility and targets and things. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking of replacing Veronica, not sure of who. I'm not doing another dancer, even though that would probably make things scarier. Because I could just straight up use another legendary Zero because I have another copy. And really terrorize folks. But nah, we're not gonna do that. Just trying to do things without the Omega cheese. We're just cheesing a little bit. But yeah, this bolt trap here, like if I do this, then someone just still plops a unit there. And there's basically no punish because no one's ever gonna step on this until later on, so I don't know. Obviously have this here because people are gonna try and pick off Lilina, so I might as well stall as much time as I can. And I have healing tower in this position to not heal Nino out of vantage range, for example. Although it's already improbable that Lilina gets into Wings of Mercy range anyways. I don't know, it's a really bad setup, but we'll see how it does. That's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.